Hi everyone, welcome to New Journey's counselling channel on this beautiful bank holiday weekend. It's not as hot as it's been, but it's still quite warm, and as you know, I love making videos in the park. I love making outdoor videos, and I've got a microphone, so hopefully the sound quality will be good. So something that I want to talk about today is kind of because I'm in the process of training as a life coach, and I'm going to be working with specifically with women around self-esteem and self-worth issues. So I'm going to be doing more videos around that sort of topic. I also work with individuals that struggle with self-worth and self-image and lack of confidence as a counsellor. So I still do that work, but when I'm a life coach, I'll be predominantly doing that. And I don't know, it's just every single conversation you have with women, whether that's in some of the Facebook groups I'm a member of, whether that's with my family and friends, or whether it's in general, there is always topics or conversations around self-image and self-worth. It might not be as obvious as that, but some of the discussions around, people not being happy with their skin, wanting to use all these creams, potions, lotions, vitamins and stuff, people not being happy about their hair, people actually getting into confrontation about, real hair, not real hair, things around makeup, whether people should wear makeup, shouldn't, false lashes, false nails, size, you name it, colour, everything comes up. So what I wanted to talk about in this video really is just the impact of self-esteem and low self-worth, and the images from society is the thing I want to focus on in this video. So I've got a little card here now. I wonder if you can see it. I don't know how these sorts of things come out on video, because it's probably going to be back to front, isn't it, I bet. So I'm just going to read you some of the messages on this image board. And these are things that I've either heard or discussions I've seen on YouTube or elsewhere. And these are some of the things that women it really impacts on women really, and our self-esteem. So some of the things you may have heard in discussions are discussions about bleaching creams, discussions about dark skin versus light skin, oh, you're really pretty but you're really dark. Have you thought about using bleaching creams? Or people who use those creams to become lighter, but they don't sort of talk about it, but it's a bit obvious. Even in the Real Housewives of Atlanta and some of these shows where people are always presenting in a particular image, it's clear from series 1 to series 5 with some of them that they've had certain work done. Some will admit it, some won't, that they've possibly used bleaching creams, or that their makeup is made to look lighter. And it's all about, I suppose, where is that coming from? Were they not happy before, or were they happy before, but maybe some of the comments made by the viewers prompted it? So there's things around that. Another thing that sometimes women might hear is, you would be prettier or more attractive if you lost weight. And I'm so glad that there are campaigns at the moment for larger size models. And when I say larger size, the average size woman in the UK is still a size 16. That's what I've heard in the statistics. So when I see someone like a curvy woman, like when I went prom dress shopping with my niece, there was a young girl there. She's only probably 15, 16. And she had a really curvy figure, and she put on this dress and she was just so uncomfortable, and she just kept saying, oh, I look fat, I look fat. I had to turn around to her and I literally said, people would kill for your curves. People are putting butt implants in, people are putting having boob jobs. She had just such a womanly figure, but she just couldn't own it, because she just felt, because probably all of her peer group and because society says you have to be stick thin. So I just had to say to her, you've got a beautiful curvy figure, you should be lucky or be proud of that. So a lot of men will say to women, or even women will say to other women, she's pretty but she's fat. Or she's attractive in the face, but from the body down, no, she needs to lose weight. And I just think it's a shame. We call it body shaming now, but I just personally think that women need to embrace, the fullness of their figure. Or if they're thin or slim, and that's their natural size, even if they want to diet or lose weight, it's still choice. No one should be judged on how they look, basically. Another thing that women might hear is, you're not the type of girl I go for. Now, this comes up in the group that I'm a member of, a relationship group, and the amount of men that have said things like, there was a big discussion the other day, and it was about men were saying things like, if a woman dresses in a particular way, she's doing it to get attention, or she's a this, she's that. I'm not going to use the terms they were using. But their argument was they would never date a woman like that purely on how she dresses. So some of the things we might hear are men saying, this person is either too sexy, she dresses not sexy enough, she's too opinionated, she's full of herself, all sorts of things. Now, you've got to think about this, really. For a woman, I mean, I'm a counsellor. Now, I never dress up like this for my videos. This is particularly one, because I was doing this video purposely. I made sure I wore something that was like over the top. But what does a therapist look like? You know, people have even got images in their head of how you should be as a counsellor. People have said to me, when you make your videos, you wear too much makeup. My mum even said that. I won't wear makeup on video because I know that obviously it's about the image that you're projecting, but also it doesn't even show up that much. I'm wearing loads of makeup today. The point is, you shouldn't be judged on what you wear. Now, someone could watch a video with someone or even see someone in real life and make so many assumptions based on what they wear. If I want to feel sexy or look sexy, if a woman wants to wear a short skirt, if a woman wants to wear any type of clothing or even cover up from head to toe, that's their choice, that's up to them. And that's one of the reasons that I decided to do the training, the life coach training, because I predominantly want to work with women who have this low self-esteem, and a lot of it is created through relationships they've been in where they've been told, you know, tone that makeup down, you know, or it takes you too long to get ready, take off all those lashes, oh, you're too fake for me, you know, I want real women, real hair, all this realness, and that's fine, you know. If a woman wants to be natural, then that's up to her. If she doesn't want to be natural and she wants to put a bit of fakeness on, then that's up to her as well. It doesn't change the woman from the inside, it doesn't change who they are. Another message that comes through a lot of times for women is, if you don't have sex with me or do what I want you to do, there's other women out there who will. And someone actually said, I was having a conversation with someone once, and they said to me that when you get into a relationship with someone, you are auditioning, you're auditioning, and if you don't play the part or the role, then there's other people lined up waiting to take your spot. And I personally, I didn't know what to say to that, because what can you say? I understand his point, that was his perspective, and that's kind of how certain men feel, that if they're dating someone and that woman doesn't do what they want them to do, then they will go and find someone else. But the point is, if you're committed to a person within that relationship and you're in there for the long haul and you want a committed relationship, when the woman grows, you grow with them. So if they, you know, start to lose a bit of weight, or if they start to feel happier about themselves, or they become more confident, so they dress a certain way, it doesn't change who that woman was when you first fell in love with them. So I would say that any person that is saying to a woman, it's all right to advise and suggest, maybe this would look better on you, maybe that colour would suit you, but any person that says to a woman, you're not going out like that, no, you're not coming out with me dressed like that, or if you wear that, you are a certain type of person, then it's best to just steer clear of them, because no one has the right to do that. And then the final other message that sometimes you get told is, well, yeah, I think I've covered it. If you dress like that, you'll get too much attention. And the point is, this was a big debate in the group, as I've said. I'm sorry this video is going on a little bit longer. I could speak on this for hours. In the group, it got a really heated but interesting debate, because there were a number of men in the group discussion that were saying, that woman is, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that. I'm not going to use other words. Purely based on what she's wearing. And then they were also contradicting themselves, because a lot of them were saying, it's sexy, yeah, it's sexy what she's wearing, but I wouldn't date her. So basically, it's all right for you to look at women who dress like that, but you're not going to take them home. And the other assumption that was made was that they're up for sex, you know, and that that type of woman will be easy and will, and it's their fault. It's basically their fault if they dress like that, and it's their fault if people just see them as sexual objects. And I can't believe people actually still think like that, but they do. So all I want to say in terms of self-worth, because I've spoken quite a lot really, is just the key to how you feel and think about yourself as a person, and your self-image is so crucial to how you behave and who you are, how you present in the world. I've spent so many years, but even before I became a counsellor, getting my confidence to the point where if someone was to say to me, oh, I think you're ugly, or I think you should change this about you, and nothing will get to me because I'm strong in myself. I've got my confidence. I'm secure with the person that I am. I'm secure about how I look. I'm secure. You know, we all have our off days, but for the most part, I'm quite secure in myself. And I think that's what we need to work towards. And whether you need to go and see a counsellor to work through that, someone like myself, when I become a life coach, obviously I'll be making lots of these videos, and you'll be able to come to see me for some coaching, and it will be around building your self-worth. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work, but you can get there. You know, you can get there. You can be this strong woman who, when all these images are coming at you through the media, and when all these messages are coming towards you, they just float off you, water off a duck's back. So one thing I do want to offer to people, just my little offering really, is if you want me to provide you with a free PDF, and it will have positive affirmations, 10 positive affirmations for self-worth and self-esteem, then you just can send me an email to nujourneys@yahoo.com. You can also send me an email to that address if you want to make a counselling inquiry. I normally do this at the beginning. And also you can find me on the Facebook page, NU Journeys Counselling, and on my YouTube channel. You can find me on all of those platforms. Thank you for watching. I tried to make this video short. Unfortunately, it's one of my passionate subjects, but I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye for now, and I hope to see you again on another video. Take care. Bye.